tryna go big. Better run up the cash and love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Hey, everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
To me, the best part of Teddy Bridgewater's game is his decision-making. Very smart, loves to watch the game, loves to analyze it, and he does it so well, he takes care of the football and keeps his team in good spots.
First down throw for Bridgewater. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
The tackle made by Landon Roberts. Throwing on second down. Bridgewater to the right side to Eric Ebron. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Open man is Holmes. 25 yards that time. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd down and goal. Bridgewater. to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact. And now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
6 down, check 6 down. Alert. Check 3.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Check. 18. Tighten up. Check on it.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he spins through. And now past another. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
36. Red, up. Alert. Check.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to John Ross. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
On first down, It's Cohen, and he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky, and nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run forward with Montgomery, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Punching it in from a yard away, and the Bears have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Now Bridgewater. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Play fake. Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll run with Elliott. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. Touchdown. Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 64 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Alert. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. What we got? Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Alec Ogletree just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack on 1st down, Trubisky, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The throw over the middle taken in. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, get him, you got him. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Lock in.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Time to take a glance into what we've seen so far from Teddy Bridgewater. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, But with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On the counter, Elliott. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outside. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
Ran, touch.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Oh, Cohen lost the football.
That's it, baby.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Mike's 54, Mike's 54. Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
Ran, touch.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Coming to you, coming to you.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. And you can almost feel Trubisky saying, let's get to the line and hurry up. On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, 30 yards. And the Bears have once again taken the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night. To try again after the sack. Bridgewater, and he's going to go down again. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Now Elliott. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Let's go.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Point after, up and good. And it's now 17-14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off Byron Jones.
Good stuff. Keep doing that.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears set to begin their next drive. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They try again with Cohen. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Red, up.
54.
Hey, ball.
Trubisky will throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Check, 59. Focus, defense, focus.
Following the
interception. Here's Bridgewater. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Play action now. Bridgewater letting one. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Cooper was the intended target.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Slam, slam, slam. Switch. Check 50, check 50.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
58, boys, 58.
On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd and a couple, Trubisky firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Hey, keep it up.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Go! 180!
58 the mic. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. 58 the mic.
Red, touch!
Here we go. Here we go. 58.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. He finds Robinson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
I'm coming after you. Under 10. Under 10.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie things at 17 all. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the...
Let's go. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Again, it's Elliott, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That one complete to Elliott. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. A first down carry by Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are better.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off right around the 43.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. This is Elliott. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. I mean, we could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. 31 yards there and a 1st down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Here's Trubisky. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Montgomery. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Dallas Goedert there to make the grab as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Bridgewater. Ebron caught left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
Hey, 18. Undertouch.
Check 37. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
So we got man. Check three. Hey, switch gears.
Lock in.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will have a first down here, but I have a feeling it's not going to be for long. They're already walking backwards. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Here's Trubisky. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, ball. No. Let's go.
They try again with Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They come out here in the eye. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Kill. Mike's 54.
Lock in.
54. Pick it up. Joker. Mike's 54.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So now the Cowboys down 27-24. At time, a huge factor. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front They won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And just how they envisioned the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Bears, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
All day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what, in the field like,